Hey everybody, back again working on the 115 4-cylinder Mercury outboard. This is the one now we've been working on this for over a year, but you know, it's how life, you know, we get our chances when we get our chances, and we're getting really close to getting this thing wrapped up. And just for a reminder, what we did on this one was it had a bad piston. The piston was worn, the cylinder wall was worn, and we had piston slap, and it was really noisy. I mean, the piston to wall clearance was, I forget exactly, but it was on the order of 20 or 30 thousandths of an inch. It was a bunch. And because of the challenges that you have in boring one of these, that the cylinder head doesn't come off. The pistons load from the bottom, and this, I'll call it the cylinder head, is cast as part of the block. It's one piece. And a lot of shops don't want to try to bore and hone that. It can be done, it's in the manual, you can find a shop to do it, but in the process of us looking for a shop, we came across a used motor. We took from a used parts motor that was in pretty good condition, we took it down and looked at it. We took the block and the pistons and rods, and then from the original engine, we took the crankshaft because it was good. We put the two of them together, and so essentially what we have is a 2001 engine that has, I think it's a 1997 block and pistons, and the cylinder walls look good, the pistons look good, so we reused them. In any case, we've been working to build this back up, and now we're in the home stretch. Last time, we put the flywheel on and torqued it up, and man, that's a challenge, because it's a what I think the number was 125 foot-pounds, and you're trying to hold the block. Then we got the block, the whole engine assembly married back up to the gear housing here, and got everything torqued in so it's all in place. So today, I'm hoping this is really the home stretch. Today, we're going to come back and finish the installation here. The oil tank needs to go on. We need to finish up some of the wiring to the boat. The carburetors are not bolted up yet, they're just sitting here. So we have to finish the carburetors and the air intake. I think we're going to do, I think we've got a kit now. The accelerator pump was leaking, and we're going to put a kit in that. Once those things are done, we're going to get this thing buttoned up, and my hope is that after tonight, we're ready to fire it up and try it and see if it works. Don't know if that's going to happen yet, but stay tuned. Okay, on the left-hand side of the engine is this fuel pump or accelerator pump, and we got a little kit to put in it because it's been leaking. So we're going to take the screws out and see what we got here. The kit's pretty darn simple. It's just the diaphragm and not much else. I try to back them out somewhat evenly. Oop, and there the spring pushed it out. Alright, so you got looks like there's a little check valve in the bottom. A spring. Here's the diaphragm. And the diaphragm doesn't look too good. That's probably why it's leaking. I'm trying to gently peel this guy out of here. You know, the diaphragm's got some little, some rough spots in it that look like it's probably leaking. So the new kit has a spring and a diaphragm in it. Set that in there, and it goes on the two posts. And put the spring in. I can stroke it and it springs back. With a fresh diaphragm, it ought to to work just fine. Okay, so at this stage, we have to install this cam again, and this lever. And so this guy's got I'm gonna run this one down. And this is the one from our other, from the engine as it was.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sorry, I wish we could. Yeah.
And so then we've got the carburetor linkage here that goes on top of that accelerator pump. And it's got a prevailing torque nut on it, but it doesn't go down to a stop. It's kind of to me it's interesting that you got to set it and tighten it until that it can still move. It's got a little bit of movement in it. And the carburetor, it'll come up against the carburetor linkage here, but we don't have the carburetors fully installed yet. I'm just getting the linkage here, and then we'll do the carbs in the air box next. And then there's one for the oil pump, which has an adjustment to it. And you know, our approach going back together right now is that we didn't change any adjustments. I'll snap, that's the oil pump link. Get that tag off of there. There is an adjustment to check down on the oil pump. And we've got a couple of places here where we're putting it back together without changing the adjustments, but we have a brand new, we have a different engine block. So some of the adjustments may have to change just a little bit. They should be really close, but we will have to be careful as we go here. Oh yes, and then this one up on top hooks up to the stator. So we got this one in with a pair of channel locks. It just needed a little extra pressure, more than I could do with my fingers. This one says 25 foot-pounds, which I've got the torque wrench set for. If that'll work. They want grease on it, which we didn't take it apart, so the grease is still there. Oh, let's go. There we go. That's good. It feels right. And this one says go down till it's snug, but not so tight that it won't move. So we go off, just back up just a little bit. And we'll go back just a hair more. You don't want it to be too tight. Alright, then we have to get this one back installed. And it's important enough to have lock tabs on the bolts. Alright, so the slide wants 15 foot-pounds. There's one. There's the other. And then they've got little tabs we have to bend up, little lock tabs to keep them from coming loose. Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, still good. Okay. It's like, wait a minute, does the slide have to go in between? Yeah, I'm gonna have to use
Need a hammer or?
use this guy.
Oh yeah.
Bring her up. And again, things ought to be fairly close, but every time you machine something like an engine block, you know, every one of those holes has a tolerance on it, and things could shift a little bit. Even there, we took the cover off, you know, and you've got to stop up against the cover, so.
All right, is that a idle or is that idle?
I think,
or?
well,
Oh, that top one's idle, isn't it?
some of the, that one says it's idle. Some of these are timing stops.
Oh,
Now, for the sake of getting started, we may be okay. But just as we go through this, it's a matter of making sure everything's adjusted right.
Sure.
The book indicates they want you to set the timing while cranking.
Oh,
So we have a choice. We can either, I mean, I'm tempted to test fire the engine first,
right.
and then come back and make adjustments once we got things settled. All right, let's see if we can get this airbag plate on. All the gaskets on the carburetors. I'm lined up there. Come around this side. Yeah, it didn't go in the, get it in the hole. There we go. All right. Well, those would be a little more fun. Those feel like they're prevailing torque nuts.
Yeah.
That's why labeling everything, otherwise we'd be going, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys are 13 millimeter. The only thing was just where this, oh, it goes right there, where the fuel line runs. I wasn't sure I had it all in place yet, but I guess I did. Yeah, this business of putting all the fasteners in a bag and labeling it is just like,
That's priceless, isn't it?
it's priceless. I haven't always done that, but when I took the Camaro apart,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I don't know how long it's to be apart, everything went in a bag. It's very detailed, because,
I hear you. Well, this has been awesome, when going to put it back together. And not having to wonder what went where.
yes. You can be as detailed as you want.
Yep. I think we gave just enough detail, probably could have used more in some places.
Well, it looks together. Everything's now pretty well lined up, the cams, the throttle linkage looks like it's actuating correctly. I said 100 inch-pounds. Yeah, they go from, on some of these, from foot-pounds to inch-pounds, or you can use Newton meters, which is kind of in between. It's close to foot-pounds though, so Newton meters are a little higher number.
An inch pound. Or a foot pound.
Well, a Newton meter is, what is it? About 1.35 more than a foot-pound.
1.35, 1 Newton meter is
1 foot-pound, yeah, take foot-pounds, multiply by 1.35.
Okay,
If I remember right, it's 1.3558, but
so it's like a metric version of a,
yes. There we go. I was having this problem like we were with the other torque wrench where I wasn't getting a click even
Yeah.
though I felt like I was getting close. But they came in there.
perfect.
So we got wires and you got the hose. I guess I'm gonna hold the tank down low here.
So that's gonna
It's
come
gotta go-
right through.
It's gotta come under here, right?
Yep, right there, Dan. Oh, no, I don't see it.
No? Okay.
Right there.
That work?
Yep. It would have been easier without that frickin' air box.
Well,
Probably why they told you not to put it on there.
but then
Then, no,
the bracket to attach it's on the airbox.
right, it's on.
Okay. All right.
That was easy.
Well, then this guy goes upright, right? Just trying to figure out, because you got wiring and brackets here. Come around this side, please. I think this guy, which we were using to hold that,
Yes.
I think it has to go, it's got to, here, watch. When you put the tank up, it's hitting there.
Oh, it is.
Okay, and it needs to bolt, this needs to bolt up here. So the question is, do you bend it forward or backward to get it out of the way of the oil tank? Yeah, that could be. Put the wires in it.
Can I force it in there? Can we try?
I think you got it.
I didn't wait for your answer. I just did it. Sorry, Dan.
No, that's right.
I want to look at that other bracket on that other. Let's see which way that goes.
Alright, so they want this bolt to be 180 inch-pounds.
It's getting dark over here yet.
Well, these two up here on the oil tank, they want to be 66 inch-pounds, that is. Alright, and the fun part was trying to get all of these different wires tucked in place the way they belong without pinching anything. Alright, then we got a couple of wires here from the tank that need to get connected to the boat side. So I got a couple down here that let's say they need to go to the oil tank. And I don't think they have a polarity on them. I'll double check it, but. All right. Well, two things we got to go through on the oil pump. The linkage is here, and they want us to adjust the linkage and synchronize it at idle. And this is this, they called it a design 1 pump. It's got a scribe mark here and a scribe mark above that they want lined up. Ours isn't quite lined up, but based on the way the throttle runs, it'll be more oil than normal, slightly more oil at idle. And I'm going to just leave that alone for now, because we may very well have to come back and adjust the idle, and then once that's done, if we need to tweak it a little bit, we can. It's close, but not perfect. And then they want us to bleed the oil pump. And this is going to be a little tricky, but there's a screw that I got to get out here. Looks like 8 millimeters. And I guess I need... I better take a couple.
Yeah, she's, it's already dripping out of there.
Is it?
Yep, right there.
Oh yeah, we're...
That's good news.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm just going to back it out here until it...
Oh, so what does it tell you to do, Dan? Just let
it bleed until there's no air coming out.
Oh.
And I would say that we have no air coming out.
You're successful.
Yep, well that's good. They want the pump bled out. And then there's a procedure that says to take this hose, if it's got bubbles in it, once the engine is idling, to disconnect the hose and let the air bubbles out. And this one they want you to torque, but it's like...
I don't know how the hell you're going to do that.
Nope, it's just going to be judgment. But you don't want it to come out, so you don't want it to be too loose.
Right.
You don't want to take the threads out. So, what they're worried about, having air in there and then not having oil into the engine when you're...
Sure.
But this hose is full already.
What hose is that? Is that to the bottom two cylinders?
Well, this one feeds the gasoline hose.
Oh, that's the one, okay.
So
got
it feeds out here, goes over the top, and it feeds into the fuel feed into the fuel pump.
Okay, yep.
So at this stage, I say we can always come back and adjust that one by turning the fitting, but for now we're on the safe side, and I'm going to leave it at that for the moment.
Sure.
Then I think we're at the point of we can put the bottom cowl on and finish up the wiring. And finish the wiring and hook up the shift mechanisms. All right. Well, we're in the middle of putting the cowling back on here. There's one bolt underneath here in the front. There's two on the inside in the back, and there's a vertical one here on the bracket in the front. And we're just having fun. Not.
No.
Got the shift cable and the throttle cable hooked up, and on the other side, there's still some wiring to do now that the cowling's up. So,
How the hell we're gonna do that?
and they want 66 inch-pounds on them, but we're gonna get what we get, I think. All right, so we gotta just keep hooking wires up. We got two relays here. In my note, it said green to the left and blue to the right, but they're equal relays. I don't think it should matter. But we gotta get those connected.
7.
Okay. So swivel gets that lower bolt.
It does.
Well, that's a whole lot better than some of the choices.
Way I was doing it sucked.
All right, now one of these I gotta hook up here is the battery lead. Before I hook up those trim relays, I'm gonna do this one first. Tighten that guy down. Okay, there's power.
Couldn't have been too much there to hook up, was there?
Oh, there's still a ton.
Is there?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a.
Well, yeah, I suppose you got all of that.
Like that. So, turn off the relay, because they go down, I think they go down to the trim motor.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out here. Let me
Yeah.
take a look, and I'm going to go check some wiring diagrams. Well, we got it all buttoned up. All the wires down here pretty much were color to color. They all matched up, and most of them were the trim switches. We had to get the 4 grounds up on here with battery power. There were a few coming in here from the boat. I've got one tan wire that I had left over that I had to go back and look at the book, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And near as I can tell, it's a spare that runs from the front to the back, comes from the controls. So I don't have anything to connect to it. We also ran across a hose here that this boat has a water pressure gauge so that you can keep an eye on the water pressure from the water pump in the engine. And we had to find the fitting in the other engine and get it transferred across. But hey, we're all set. Got a couple of nuts and bolts to finish up here for the cowling, but we're ready to go test it. So hey, that's all for now.